Your Excellency, I said I'm not very good at reading speeches, and therefore I will leave this my speech. I don't know, I will give it to the President, but I have spoken my heart. I've finished what I wanted to say. Thank you very much.
Say in Nairobi there is no information there. And I want to confirm to this House and to Senator Mungatana, I am already famous. I don't need to be more famous than I am right now. So the things that I am saying on this floor are not to earn me fame. I am already famous.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, guys, for your greatest support. Now, fellow Kenyans, I always say this, and I'll keep on saying this, that the current Kenya that we have will only run smooth if we get the right people. Now, how are we going to know that we have the right people? We'll only know that we have the right people when we get people who defend the Constitution. I don't want us to talk about defending the people, because first of all, for you to defend people, you have to start by defending the Constitution. Now, you have to move by what the Constitution says. If it's about rights, if it's about what does the Constitution say about the right of citizens? Well, that is how we are going to get the right leaders. But if leaders will be moving around based on their emotions, then I'm telling you the truth, there is no single day that Kenya will change. I'm talking about this because the current politics that we have politicians who are talking based on their emotions, based on their feelings, what they feel about others, and then they start attacking each other. If I say this, you should not say that. If you say that, I should not say that. So they are moving based on what they are feeling towards each other. I want us to understand here, politicians that we have right now are doing things based on their emotions. What do I feel? What do I feel about another person? So that is why there is nothing moving. Now, for instance, yesterday there was a PG meeting, a joint PG meeting at KICC. I think I've talked about that in the previous video. If you don't watch, you can go and watch it. And where Cecilia Mbarire was confronted with William Ruto. And according to them, I heard Oburu saying that there is no need of compensation. Listen here. Oburu is talking about the 10-point agenda, right? That they want to make sure that they reach an agreement with UDA, that is ODM and UDA. And for them to do that, they have to make sure that the 10-point agenda that was agreed by Raila Odinga with William Ruto back then when Raila Odinga was alive, we all remember when Raila Odinga and William Ruto signed the agreement. They're saying that they want to make sure that they achieve it. But then again, they are saying that there is no limit. Like the 10-point agenda has no limit. And then Oburu is again talking about compensation. If a leader would say that there is no need of compensation, what does that mean? Now, I want make me understand something here. Maybe I'm the one who doesn't know, or maybe I'm the one who doesn't understand. Whenever we are talking about compensation, what do we mean? When you talk about compensation, do we mean that these people are supposed to be paid money? Do we need that justice is supposed to be? Because according to me, when I think or I believe that whenever we are mentioning anything to do with compensation, we're talking about, we want justice. Because if you pay somebody money and you don't show justice, then we can't talk about that. That is bribery. That is not compensation. Compensation is to start from that. Show justice. Like, okay, this person died. The person that killed him was so and so. Like, for instance, remember when Boniface was killed. I think it's Boniface. I don't know Boniface Mwangi or who. When that guy, that boy was the masked guy that was shot by the police officer. Now, when we talk about compensation, it's not just about the money that the government paid the family of the late Boniface. Justice starts from from that police officer who shot Boniface. What is supposed to be done to the person? To be taken in prison, now be jailed. Now, that is the first step of showing justice. So whenever the people complain about compensation, it's not about paying money. It's not about that. And Oburu Odinga is talking about, he's saying that hakuna haja compensation. Kwani hao watu walirogwa ama ni nini inaendelea by the way? That is why you hear Oburu Odinga saying that, oh, mimi sina mambo ya I cannot read. Like, seriously? You cannot read and you guys are fighting to become to have the deputy position. What do you expect? Now, what do you expect whenever you are called wapumbavu? What do you expect? Bado mtazidi kutusiwa tu. There is something that I've noticed now. Yes, today, that happened yesterday. Now, today, Edwin Sifuna was with his brigade. Edwin Sifuna, Babu Wino, Otsotsi, people like Brian Weke. They were talking about, they were counterattacking what the Orengo, they were counterattacking what happened yesterday on the 10-point agenda initiative. And I want you to listen to some of them. Listen to Orengo, what Orengo said, listen to what Babu Wino said, and listen to what Otsotsi said, and then we'll sum up with what Edwin Sifuna said concerning the same 10-point agenda that these guys were talking about yesterday at KICC. Can you listen to this?
Ladies and gentlemen and comrades, I'll be very short, and I don't intend to look at any particular subject in the 10-point agenda. But I want to begin by saying this. This document that was released yesterday is a fraud. This document is a fraud. And it is a shame that the largest party in the Republic of Kenya, purportedly, because I still recognize Edwin Sifuna as the Secretary General of ODM, not still, but the Secretary General of ODM, with state power and all the resources.
About the 10-point agenda that was purportedly released yesterday, I want to say that that was just a mere PR exercise. Everything that was released yesterday was all gibberish. It was all balderdash. It was neither important nor detailed. The detailed parts were not important, and the important parts were not detailed. I want to talk about a few issues that I saw. Issues revolving around the 10-point agenda points to a specific thing: jobs, jobs, jobs.
Amazing, not just in terms of presentation, but in terms of the contents and details. 15 minutes, try and make good use of them. Let me start by explaining why we feel it is important that as Linda Wananchi, we must also give a report on the 10-point agenda. First, we are here to defend Baba's legacy. That is why we are doing this. It is so important for us. And I think it is important for Kenya and those who have been with Baba all along in his quest for a better Kenya. This particular document has Baba's signature. So it is important that people get an accurate, truthful, independent, impartial, and correct report on what is being done about Baba's commitment to Kenyans when he signed the 10-point agenda. We are here to make sure political fraud is not committed on Kenyans in the name of Baba. That is
4, 3, 2, 1. Makofi tafadhali, and congratulations. Excellent. Wapi makofi tafadhali? Makofi tafadhali, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, that is the group. You've heard what they're saying. Can you compare these guys with the other guys? No, I don't want anybody to feel like, you know, we are against them, but I want us to say the truth. Can we compare the two? When we try to compare the two, unasikia uzito iko wapi? Because at the end of the day, lazima kuwe na penye uzito ipo. So kwako wewe binafsi unahisia kwamba uzito uko wapi? Uzito okay, huo uzito uko pande gani? Ndio nauliza. Huo uzito unahisia kwamba uzito wenyewe uko pande gani? Which group is confused? Is Sifuna's group more confused than this Oburu Dinga's group, or Oburu Dinga's group is confused than Edwin Sifuna's group? And today I've also heard Edwin Sifuna in Parliament saying that he's already famous. Do you know the reason why Edwin Sifuna is famous? Edwin Sifuna is famous because these people are the ones that made Edwin Sifuna famous.
Speaker, as we say in Nairobi, there is no information there. And I want to confirm to this House and to Senator Mungatana, I am already famous. I don't need to be more famous than I am right now. So the things that I am saying on this floor are not to earn me fame. I am already famous. I am saying we saw you on TV clapping at obvious misinformation. Mr. Speaker, I don't know if Mungatana was in this House when the report from the Committee of Finance was presented to this House. It is the report of this committee that we passed on the budget policy statement that told us that the proposal from Treasury is to award or to give counties 420 billion Kenya shillings. The least I would have expected from a member of this House who was present there, and some of them call themselves Mulabamba, would have to stand up the way Governor Cecily Mbarile stood up and said, Honorable President, Mr. President, the figure that Mbadi sent to the House was 420. If he sent the wrong figure, you correct it there. The way that Cecily Mbarile, the only person who had the, I don't want to use the word that is in my head, the guts.
Nobody else. They are the ones that made Edwin Sifuna famous. So whenever Oburu Dinga is talking about these issues, mara this, mara Edwin Sifuna sijui nini, Edwin Sifuna kona shida ya kusahau, nonsense. We've reached that point where we have got very, very confused people who want to be our leaders. And I would say this without any fear of contradiction, that if we Kenyans will allow ourselves to be ruled by confused people who don't understand what they want, people who don't care about anybody, they're only interested in what they get. These people are only interested in what they benefit. They are not interested in anything. What they get, what they consume is what they're interested in. They're all interested in what they consume, not interested in any other thing. And that is why unakuja napata kwamba things are messing up. It is not because we citizens or maybe we Kenyans don't see them. I told you fellow Kenyans that monkey sees, monkey hears. It's only that monkeys can't talk. But if a monkey cannot talk, then we'll have a baboon who will talk. If a baboon cannot talk, then gorilla will talk. If gorilla won't talk, then human beings will talk. And if we keep on watching these people destroying this nation without saying anything, then we will be the people to blame ourselves. Can I know what to think in the comment section, fellow Kenyans, concerning this?